Well, the timer is on zero. It's hit zero. It is 3 p.m. here in UK. It's 4 p.m. in mainland Europe. It's 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Daylight, whatever time it is. And tell us what time it is. We've got Annie over in Vietnam, who hasn't told me what time it is there. We've got Deutschland, Guten Abend, or Guten Tag to you, and everyone else. Tell us who you are, and where you're watching from. We are live here on Crest TV, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, and to the world. For those who don't know me, my name is Neil Fleuster. I'm Director of Technical Marketing for us here at Crestron, and we have got some exciting announcements coming up for you today. Can someone do me a favour in the chat and tell me that you can hear me and I'm not just talking to myself? That would be great. And we will crack on. Whilst you're doing that, some housekeeping for you. 7 a.m. in Joe Way. Hey, Joe, are we going to see you in Barcelona? Love it. Hey, Joe, do tell us who you are and where you are. We'll go over to Shout Out Corner in a minute and do all the shout outs. But yeah, housekeeping. We have, again, a packed show. We've got guests. We've got live demos coming up for you this afternoon. And not one, not two, not three, but 4 new product announcements. Eins, zwei, drei, vier, fünf to the German viewers who are tuned in. Say housekeeping. We have got some gifts. I've got personal gifts that I'm going to be giving out and prizes that I personally, I'm just going to frame the word personally, going to be giving out. There's a reason for that, but we won't go into it. So if you take a screenshot of us during the show today and post it on social media using the hashtag I'm watching, hashtag Crest TV Live, then come and find me at one of the trade shows, ISE, Infocom, Enterprise Connect, Crestron Masters, and I will give you a free gift for doing that as a present to say thank you. Me personally. That comes from personal. Anyway, let's go across to Shout Out Corner and see who we've got in the chat. We've got, who we got here? Torsten, hello. Impulse Toxic, I know you're in Germany. We had a chat with you. George is in Canada. Hello, George. Catherine Bell is in Texas, y'all. Good to hear and see you. Chris Fitzpatrick, I recognise that name. How many press ups are we doing now, Chris? How are we doing with that? Philippines, crikey, Kim, what time is it there? Joe Way, AMVcom, super clear, excellent. What's up from USA, Florida? Sound Decisions from Alaska, crikey, that must be cold up there. Mark Hammermeister, hello, Mark. Argon, Dave. Kyle from Boston, Germany, Guten Tag, Boston again, lots of people tuned in from Boston, and we got some live demos coming from beautiful Boston. Jeff is in Jersey, Gal is in Israel. Keep your chats coming in, keep your comments coming in. We'll come back over to Shout Out Corner, but do be respectful and nice to everybody. We're all friends here. So what are we talking about this afternoon? We are talking about a bunch of products that we're excited to be announcing from Crestron. Now, I've done product announcements before, but I always get lonely doing them on my own. So I pulled in the band. We got the band back together. I've got, me on guitar, but I need my lead singer. I need my main man. Let's cross over and bring him in. Mr. Sam Kennedy, how are you doing over there in Connecticut?
I am doing great. So excited to be able to share all these great announcements with everyone today, Neil. Again, band's back together.
It is. Again, we're going to have to riff later, I'm sure. Now, what's going on? What are we announcing? I've got a box here which says Crestron on it.
You might have opened it. Maybe you opened it. I don't know.
It's empty. Sure. It's empty. I've already opened it. What's going on?
So here's what we're doing. Today we are announcing a new portfolio of One Beyond cameras. So we're announcing 4 new cameras. The P12 and the P20. So we're announcing 4 cameras. The P12, P20, I12, and I20.
There's a test coming later.
P12 and the P20. P standing for pan, tilt, and zoom. So these are pan, tilt, and zoom cameras. The 12 times and 20 times, or 12 and 20 stand for the times optical. So P12 zooms in 12 times optically. The 20 times, the P20 does 20 times optical zoom.
It's a beautiful.
Now we're also introducing the I12 and I20. These are intelligent cameras. So they have that little reference camera that does group framing, group tracking, depending on the model. So the I12, again, intelligent camera, intelligent. 12 is 12 times zoom, 20 is 20 times zoom. There's a little bit of nuanced differences between the i12 and the i20, where the i12, you can see there, does group framing, some basic presenter tracking. There's some nice innovations around multi-camera, which you're going to get a demo of here very soon. And then the i20, again, 20 times optical zoom, both on the P12 and the P20 and the i20. 20 times optical zoom. So if you have a large room, say up to 50 feet, 20 meters, you're going to still get that really high quality experience. The i20 does group tracking. It can do some preset zones. Again, you're going to get a little demo of this as well. So,
Spoiler.
So 4 new cameras, really exciting capabilities.
I love that. And again, on that note, so here's a bit of clickbait. We are going to show you a live, it's not NDA, but some secret source that's going to come later. So again, we're talking about these 4 new cameras, but at the end of the video, at the end of the stream, we got some cool extra special stuff. So make sure you hang around to the end, because we're going to be showing you that secret demo right at the end to hook you in and get you all super excited. But Sam, we've had Auto Tracker and Auto Framer before. What's new about this? I mean, this is it. Well, let's get them out. We've got
Let's
them.
get them out.
Yeah.
We just are so proud. I mean, look at how beautiful these things are, right? So exciting to be showing them off. So let's talk about them.
Yeah, what's new?
Yeah. So again, I know we're both just like, look how beautiful, we're mesmerized, and we don't have words, speechless. Yeah. But let's talk about some of the capabilities, right? So first off, this is the new hardware, our first new hardware post-acquisition. So we acquired One Beyond almost 2 years ago now. So Crestron is now and has been in the camera building. We are a camera company. But this is our first post-acquisition build of the new hardware. Now, as we're building these new devices, there's a lot that's going into them. So we have a more processing power that's built into these. Now, I have an i12 here, and what you can see is the little reference camera there as well. So that's going to give you some of that AI capability. So a new processor gives us a lot more capabilities when we're doing some of that camera tracking and following. Now, it also, with the new camera, has a more powerful lens. This is going to give you that, again, continue to give you that really high quality experience, but also works really well in low light environments. Now, the other thing hopefully everyone is noticing is the new modern look and feel. So it's much more cleaner looking, very attractive to have in your conference rooms. We've also added this light bar here, so it gives those users that experience of, is the camera on? If the call was muted or the camera was asleep, you would see this go red. And so by embedding this LED, it gives those users a little bit more details of what's happening in their meeting.
Love it.
Now, another thing that's really important to these, you can see
he's plugged it in. He's actually plugged his lights on.
I'm plugging it in. I'm not actually using it on this call, but you'll be able to get a chance to see these. Everyone will. But I am powering this with PoE, just PoE, not PoE Plus. I think that's very important for those power conscious customers that want to deploy these using PoE. I think that's really important. But the other big one is that we've added USB to the camera as well, trying to show everyone there.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
So you can see that we've added USB. That makes it a lot easier for integration for a number of our different platform providers. So easier to integrate with Microsoft's Teams room or a Zoom room. But if you think about, look at all the I/O on the back of this thing, right? So there's your Ethernet, there's HDMI, there's USB, SDI, NDI, and all of those connections are live. So again, for some of our integrator friends, there's a lot that they could do with all of this. But again, it gives you a lot of flexibility with all that inputs and outputs.
Love it. Now, again, there's chats coming, questions asked about AES67 and Dante for audio. So these are just cameras. There's no microphones.
These are just cameras, correct.
Let's do that. So Chris, I think it's Chris, said 15 watts. That's impressive on the PoE. So thank you, Chris. Yeah, loving that. There is a separate DC barrel if you do want to power it. It's like a 2.5 amp DC barrel on there. There you go. Look, my glamorous assistant will show you that. Look at that. He can do QVC at the weekends. For that, the question question asked about the LED bar for tally light. Not sure about that one. So yeah, keep your questions coming in on the cameras. We'll answer those as we go. Though timing, that's really important. There's a lot of people in APAC actually, and I was over in APAC recently, and we were talking about the One Beyond cameras, and again, availability, when, how, where. Can you give us some kind of steer on that? You know, these are we announcing this and it's coming in 6 months? Is that what's the deal?
Yeah, really excited that we are making the announcement today, and it's actually orderable right now. So you can order these cameras today. Obviously, we're going to be showing this. It's going to be one of the big leads for us when we at the ISC show next week, which we're really thrilled about. So everyone will get a chance. It's all over our massive booth that we do every year. You're going to get a chance to experience these cameras when you're there. But like I said, they're orderable now. The I-20, P12, P20, those all ship in February. The I-12 will begin shipping in March. So we're relatively imminent to begin shipping these cameras. We will have support in Automate VX will be coming in February for all of these cameras as well. I'm sure the questions popped up in the chat of around Microsoft Teams Zoom certification.
I think it's
Zoom.
We
are in.
Yeah, Crowbuck, we'll shout him out. Crowbuck said, I think it's a he, or it could be a she, I don't know, but Crowbuck says, is the roadmap for these cameras to be Microsoft certified for Teams?
Absolutely. So we are in the process right now. We're going through that testing to get Zoom Room certification and Microsoft's Teams Room certification. And we're even working with Microsoft on what they're doing with IntelliFrame, and we're working with Zoom on their Intelligent Director. A couple other points. There is a mount for these cameras. So it's really new, intuitive, a really nice design to mount these cameras, which hides all the cabling. So that's another thing for these rooms that these can go into, some of the more high impact type spaces where the look and feel is really important. You can get that nice mount that's very clean. That will begin shipping around. That'll be orderable next week and shipping in February as well. So the product team has done a really nice job of aligning all of these cameras, shipping, ordering, shipping, all aligning with ISC, Microsoft Zoom certification. We've really Automate VX integration, really thought of everything, and all those integrations are coming together about the same time.
Love it. We've got people in India. We've got people in Arkansas, wherever that is. It's America, I know that. Who else have we got? Loads of other people. We'll go back over to Shout Out Corner again. Talk to us about the demo that we're going to set up with Boston. We've got Lauren and Cara. Again, we've shown, the idea. Again, people saying, yes, it looks beautiful. It is beautiful. We talked about the I/O. We talked about the inputs and outputs. But the thing about a camera is obviously it looks beautiful, but it's what comes out of the back end of the camera, what Teams sends, it's what Zoom sends. Talk to us and set up what we're going to go and cross over to Boston and get a live demo of. Just set this up for us, Sam.
I'll set it up before we send it over to them.
Yeah.
There is a lot of innovation that we're building into our devices, and so what we hear from our customer base is that they usually just want to walk in the room, just act natural, and the system is just automatically going to deliver the experience that the end users are doing with no interaction. And so we've been able to do group framing and tracking in the past, but we're really starting to take this to the next level. And so what we're going to show you is a demo leveraging that I-20, some of the group tracking, and a new feature around zone tracking as well. So let's send it to Lauren and Cara so that everyone can experience this.
Let's do it.
Thanks, Neil, and welcome back to Boston, everybody. Now we're going to show you the new I-20 Presenter Tracker camera. This is a 20x optical zoom camera that's designed for those larger spaces to provide a really crisp, clear close-up of somebody, even up to 50 feet away. It has a nice, smooth tracking feature, so as I move around the room, you're going to get to follow me and follow my presentation. Now, with the new I-20, we've added some really great new feature sets. One of the biggest questions we get asked is what happens when we have multiple presenters trying to give a presentation? What happens then? With the new I-20, we've got the capability to add multiple presenters into a space and frame them properly for the far-end participants. So I'm going to ask Cara to come up here and join me in our presentation. So now as Cara walks up into the zone, you can see that the camera grabs onto both of us. And as we go and present, hi Cara.
Hey Lauren.
You can see that the camera keeps us both in the shot. Now, there's some other really cool feature sets we want to show here too, aren't there?
Yeah, there's a really new exciting feature. So one of the questions that we get asked is, if someone's walking around and then they stop in front of a whiteboard or something like that, is there a way that we can ensure that we're going to be able to see the entire presentation surface? So you can see here, I walked over by the whiteboard and now we're on this nice static shot. So I can move around here within this space and you'll always be able to see what's on our whiteboard here. As soon as I leave this zone, you'll notice that the camera will start presenter tracking immediately right after.
Now, my part of the presentation is done, so I'm going to go sit back down in my chair.
When Lauren leaves the presentation zone, you'll notice that the camera will start tracking me as a single presenter. So again, this is the One Beyond i20 camera. Thank you so much, and back to you, Neil.
Very cool. Thank you, Lauren and Cara. Sit tight. We're going to come back to you a little bit later on for another couple of live demos. And again, you've got that secret demo at the end with 2 letters AI. Tease that in, so make sure you tune in and stay right to the end of the stream because we're going to give you that teaser right at the end. A couple more shout outs. We've got Egypt on. Hello, Egypt. Hello, Singapore. Goodness knows what time it is in Singapore, but hello, Georgette. Oh, Georgette, hello. Who else have we got here? Questions coming in about working with Teams and Zoom. Yes, very true. Yes, so lots of companies that say that they work with Teams and Zoom, but as Sam mentioned, we are going through certification. These are going to be certified for Microsoft Teams. And that's a good segue over to our next guest. VP for product, Mr. Alex Perez. Alex, over there in Boston, just down the corridor from the demo suite there.
Right there.
Yeah. I'll get you running in later, maybe. But talk to us about first of all, let's go through the naming. So we acquired the One Beyond technology 2 years ago now, probably.
Just about there.
There you go. What we're keeping the name. Talk us through exactly how and how we're branding these cameras and what they look like.
Of course. So One Beyond is and was the leader in intelligent video multi-camera switching for the last 6 years. They were solving big challenges in auditoriums and event spaces. And since the Crestron's acquisition of technology and products, we've just continued that momentum for the last 2 years. Right. So what you're seeing is that this One Beyond cameras and portfolios have been in the most important boardrooms, classrooms, auditoriums, and people know the cameras as that. So what we want to do is just make sure that the product line remains as the One Beyond cameras, but make no mistake about it. These are Crestron cameras with the look and feel that you just presented with Sam, right? The ideation that went into that is making sure that we put all the ports on the cameras so you can use it all different use cases and just really bring the leadership that One Beyond has brought in and keep that in the portfolio.
Love it. Now, it's funny when people say, "Hey, Neil, where do you work?" And I say Crestron, and they go, what does Crestron do? I go, well, we do super yachts, we do residential, we do control systems, AV distribution, we do MTRs. But traditionally, you wouldn't think of Crestron as a camera company. Traditionally, we partnered with the likes of Jabra and others that can give us those great use cases for like really wide angle, 180-degree field of view. But from product point of view and engineering point of view, is this a step change for us? Are we becoming a camera company now? I mean, talk to us about Crestron moving forward in product with these One Beyond solutions.
Crestron's an innovator, right? I mean, what our focus is really to solve problems that customers have. And whether that's challenges in how to control devices, how to route video, how to see people clearly and hear them in conference rooms, those are the challenges that people want solved today, regardless of the size of the meeting room, where they're meeting, how they're meeting. I mean, we are all, this podcast is awesome, right? Because everyone is seeing us and hearing us everywhere. And
Egypt, Alaska, we're global.
Exactly. And that is what we're looking to solve challenges on. So to say, is Crestron a camera company? Crestron solves problems and innovates. And we will do that because it's in our DNA and it's in the lifeblood of our engineers at the company.
Love it. So again, there's going to be more to come. And again, we can't talk about anything real roadmap, but tease us. Is there more up your sleeves, or are you going on holiday for the rest of the year now? January, we've got 4 new products out. I'm done. Off to Hawaii.
No, holiday's over, Neil. I hope everyone relaxed during the holiday, but this is just the beginning, right? This year is going to be an extremely exciting year for us. Not only these 4 new cameras, but also the software innovations that we're putting into the cameras. I mean, these are not just cameras with video outputs, right? We are actually innovating within new features and new technologies, as you saw what Lauren and Kara did with the i20. But then there's a lot more new features that we're putting not just in the One Beyond products, but also all the other products within the Crestron portfolios.
Love it, love it. Now we're going to go and shoot back over down the hallway for another demo from Lauren and Kara. Lauren, Kara, are you there?
Hey Neil, thanks for calling us. And we are here in the Boston office getting ready to show you guys new exciting features of the i12. I'm just waiting for Kara to come in so that she can join us here. And there she is. Hey Kara, how are you?
Hey Lauren, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. So what we just experienced there was the group framing feature of the i12. Kara, tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so the i12 has built-in visual AI. It's going to be able to detect the faces in the room so that you're going to get that optimal framing for whoever is around the table. So what it will do is pan, tilt, and zoom. So if you have two people that are at the back of the table, it'll zoom in nice and close. If you have a full room, you're going to be looking at a nice wider shot. So this way, if people come and leave throughout the meeting, no one needs to adjust the camera for the best view. Also, if you have one meeting where maybe you have those two people at the back, and then another meeting where you have the full room, no one has to worry about adjusting the camera.
That's awesome. So the other thing too, right? Meetings are not always just this plain and simple. We're not just all sitting around the table. Sometimes we like to get up and move around. Maybe there's something on the screen that I want to show you guys, but wait, you guys at the far end, you can't see me. So that's not a really great experience for the far end participants. So how have we addressed that in the i12, Kara?
Yeah, so we have a great new feature that allows you to be able to switch between two i12 cameras. So we have the one i12 camera that's up at the front of the room right now, and we also have this other one that's back here. So as soon as I get up into the presentation zone, what you will notice is it will switch automatically to that back camera. This way, as I present up here at the front of the room, you get this nice close-up view of me instead of seeing me from behind. So all I have to do to go back to that group framing camera is leave this presentation zone, sit back at my seat, and it'll switch back to that front camera.
So that is a really cool feature, and I know that everybody's going to be really excited about that. But let's talk a little bit about the usage. Where do we see this implementation going?
So this is great for your medium to large meeting rooms where you're going to have most of the people seated at the table and occasionally have someone get up to the front and present. So it's really easy, automatic. No one in the room has to worry about anything. They just use it the way that they want to.
The thing that keeps coming to mind is, look, Ma, no hands, right? We can automatically switch between the two cameras here. So with that, Neil, thanks for coming to see us, and we're going to throw it back to you.
Awesome work again, Lauren and Kara. Hang fire, we've got one more from you, one teaser about AI at the end. So go grab a coffee and we'll switch back over to you. Again, reminder, if you're just tuning in live, 4 new cameras being announced today, going to be showcased live at ISE as well. And again, just a couple of pointers. If you post a screenshot of you watching, a selfie of you watching the stream on social media, put the hashtag I'm watching #CrestTV live. I will give you personally a free gift because I'm just such a generous kind of guy. Personally from me. So grab a selfie of yourself watching the stream, #CrestTV live. I will find you and we will get you a gift to say thank you. Loads of chats coming in. We're going to go back over to both Sam and Alex now to go through this. Guys, the chat's gone mad with questions coming in. TAA approval, Microsoft approval, certification and all that, but we'll come to those. Obviously,
I just can't help but keep showing it. It's just so beautiful.
I mean, you just want to stroke it, don't you? I mean, it's like, it's lovely. And we got Plano on. We got Craig is in the house, Mr. Durr. We're going to see him in Barcelona next week. Looking forward to that. Who else have we got on? So yeah, Plano's in Texas, I believe.
Hey Neil, where do people pick their prize up from?
They can come and see me at ISC or Crestron Masters or Modern Work Summit, Enterprise Connect, Infocom, or any other great trade show. I have got personalized gifts to give you. So again, go take a selfie, hashtag I'm watching Crest TV Live, or as long as I can find it, hashtag Crest TV Live, I'll go and find it. And we'll hook you up with a gift to say thank you. I personally will hook you up with a gift. There you go. There's a disclaimer. Right. So we've obviously made a lot of announcements. Obviously, we got multi-camera solutions. Automated VX now certified. Again, that guy saying about, is it working with teams? Certified with teams. Talk us through again about intelligent video and especially multi-camera. I guess, Sam, do you want to take that one?
Well, I want to just recap what Lauren Akara showed us. It's an incredible demo. I think I just find that the use cases around what they just demonstrated with the 2 cameras in a room, I think it's just so ubiquitous that where someone walks into a room and they present locally to the people in the room, they stand in front of the monitors, they stand in front of the cameras. Everyone in the room gets a great shot as they're presenting to the people in the room, but everyone remotely is seeing the backside of the person who's presenting. And it's just this ubiquitous use case where I think almost every kind of room has where that happens. And so the fact that we've solved this with just the 2 cameras, there is no extra hardware that's needed. For those who care about the setup of that, I just have those 2 cameras connected to the same switch, and then again, as I talked about, so they're connected directly or through the switch over the network, and then I have where's my USB port? I like doing this backwards there, but and then I have my USB on the one camera that's in front of the room, and that's connected to my UC solution, my Crestron Flex. So it's a real easy setup for solves for a lot of those rooms. Again, I think of that. Front of the room where I'm presenting, but I think of other use cases like the a podium, a whiteboard, presentation area. But again, as Alex mentioned, the fact that we have Automate VX, multiple cameras, Crestron with One Beyond is leading the market with innovations and a lot of the capabilities in that multi-camera. Here we're bringing it even down into other spaces that don't need more complexity, but really need that innovation for those end users. And again, what you would have noticed when you saw Karen and Lauren do that demo, they didn't press any buttons for any of that, right? They just acted naturally, and the system just automatically understood what was happening in the room and showed the users the best experience. So it's really just amazing innovations we're doing there.
Yeah, love it. Again, people coming in and saying that they love that 2 camera setup, front of the room, back of the room. Someone was asking about audio setup with podium microphones. Again, our friends at Shure, Sennheiser, and other great audio vendors, I'm sure, can do some great stuff around the audio integration with this as well. So definitely check that out. And again, there's going to be, don't worry, if you're coming to ISE, we're going to be having all 4 there. Are we going to have all 4? Do you know?
Of course.
Yes, of course. Okay, so all 4 are going to be there at ISE. We're going to have audio there. We're going to have video there. So again, come and check that out. And if you're not coming to beautiful Barcelona, we're going to be, Sam and I think are going to be at Enterprise Connect, and then Infocom, Masters, Modern Work, lots of great events through North America as well to be able to see these and touch these. And of course, they'll be in our Crestron Demo Center. Someone right back at the beginning actually was saying about the bar. Are we going to finally get, who was it? Let me get his name so we can shout out. Jeff Ferrington, right back at the beginning, said, are we going to get a chance to see the bar? So I'm assuming he's talking about the VB70, Video Bar 70. Jeff, that's already in the demo centers. Go and hook up a demo with your friendly Crestron account manager, and you can go and see that and play it, touch it, all you want. No problem at all. But getting
on top of that, Neil, I can't help but say the Video Bar the Video Bar 70 will begin shipping within the next 2 or 3 weeks. So we're just in the final stages of our beta testing, which has been going very well, been getting a lot of great. Any of you out there who are watching this that have been participating, thank you very much. Again, we're going to begin shipping that within the next few weeks, and the cameras are shipping in the next few weeks. So you can place your orders now if you like what you're seeing here and you want a demo. Work with your sales team, work with your partner, or again, place your orders because all of this is available within the next few weeks.
Love it. Now, one for Alex has just come in, actually, and it's come in quite a few times. I'm going to put you on the spot. TAA, that's it's an American thing, I think, isn't it? Made in America or something. Are these TAA compliant? Can you answer that? Do you know off the top of your head? I'm putting you on
These
the
are
spot.
not TAA compliant.
Okay.
However, stay tuned for some updates a little bit later in the year.
Okay.
So we know that's a regular request. Obviously, this chat is showing that. These are not, but stay tuned.
Okay, cool. All right. Then really cool about only needing one USB. Any ideas on the latency on the net on the Cat 5? Do we know about that? Is that something we can cover or not? Don't know.
I would follow up on
We'll
that.
get if you
have,
if you have questions, I put my email in the chat as well. So again, if you've got questions, if you got more techie stuff, ping me an email, neil.fleuster@crestron.com, and I'll be a router. I will route packets in and out. I will do input output from Crestron and get those questions answered. Alex, let's talk about Automate VX and this idea around AI. Everyone's talking about it. It wouldn't be a stream on YouTube if we didn't say AI. Copilot, ChatGPT. Everyone's got AI. What are we doing in that world?
I think well, first of all, the key is visual AI, right? So what you saw in the demo that Kara and Lauren just did, where the two cameras were switching between each other, that was all using visual AI within the cameras, providing that clean, simple solution in that solution. Right. However, we like to innovate, we like to drive, we like to change the industry. And what we're doing with Automate VX does that by adding visual AI to Automate VX. So now that takes the existing Automate VX systems that can go up to 12 cameras from a multi-camera solution, add the layer of visual AI on top of it to really improve the tracking of the people that are in that room. So what we're basically doing is we're adding the visual cues to the audio cues that we were originally doing with Automate VX. And we're not just doing that for a single person. I think that's what's so cool about this, right? Is where we have the capabilities to go for single people or multiple people. If you want to frame multiple participants, if it's an auditorium or a classroom and you're trying to do a group, if you're trying to adjust the head height for certain rooms where you may want someone to be framed a little bit higher or a little bit lower, all those settings are available within the platform for Automate VX. And the features that people love, like the conversation mode or the ability to change layouts and change scenarios depending on the room, they're all supported within that. So we're extremely excited to bring the layer of visual AI to Automate VX really, really, really soon.
Yeah, I love that. Love that. So again, Sam, talk us through, obviously we've got one camera or 4 cameras we're announcing, but the sort of standalone cameras has intelligence in it. And then we've got Automate VX. Is this AI just on the cameras, or again, do we need Automate VX set us up and then we're going to go for the...
Well, again, as far as the cameras are concerned, there is the AI component built into the I-12 and the I-20. And so that's where we have this little reference camera here that does when we say AI, we're really referencing the group framing, the tracking of the actual, of a person, right? We're very much following any legal rules that are out there, and so we are following group tracking to that that it is a person, not who it is, and so we're enabling a lot of those capabilities built into the I-12 and the I-20. As it relates to that multi-camera solution, like we've been talking about with Automate VX, the AI component is then that same kind of concept built into the Automate VX solution itself. So I think Kara is going to do a quick demo of this visual AI component that we announced in late 2023. And I think we should probably go to that and so everyone can see what we're talking about.
Very cool. Kara, we're coming to you.
I'm going to go ahead and turn on this experience for you. I'll also keep the wide shot down at the bottom so you can see where I am. As soon as I start talking, you'll notice that it will switch to this nice close-up of me and that I am center of the frame. So what this visual AI is doing is ensuring that whenever I start speaking, I'm in the center of the frame. This is adjustable. You can adjust what this shot width looks like, where the head height is. Different people have different framing preferences, and this ensures that you're going to get that great experience for your meeting type. You might also have someone who moves around a lot while they are talking. And in that case, you might want to enable the new reframing option. So if you have someone who, moves their chair, really wants to interact naturally in the space, this is a great option for them. That way they can use the room however they would like and not have to worry about whether or not they're in the frame for those remote participants. This is intelligent enough that if I move, just a little, move my hands, something like that, it's not going to adjust. But if I make a larger movement like this, you'll notice that it will provide that reframing like you might expect to keep me in the center of the frame. We're really excited about this new announcement. If you'd like more information, please reach out to your Crestron rep. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you, Cara. Alex, when you see Lauren and Cara later on, go and say a big thank you for all the amazing demos they've done for us today. Sam, just talk us through what we've just seen there in that AI demo. And again, it really is groundbreaking. Again, frame this. That's not today. We're giving a future teaser glimpse as to what we're doing and where we're going with this. Again, just frame it for us and help us out with it.
Yeah, and that's it's future, but it's relatively imminent. It's within the next few weeks. That feature that you just saw will be available. So we're just about there on that. The visual AI component, bringing it to Automate VX. But I think this is. We're really leapfrogging. We are already with Automate VX the best multi-camera solution in the world. I think it's one of the reasons that we've been able to get certification with Microsoft Teams as the only outside-in multi-camera solution that is certified by Teams. And but what I think we're leapfrogging again. I mean, we're just taking this to a whole other level by adding this AI into the Automate VX. To me, what I saw, what Cara demonstrated, solves for really everyone involved. It makes it easier to deploy these as I roll it out and as I pick where people are going to be sitting. It makes it easier to deploy. It makes it significantly easier, or makes it significantly better for the end users, so that they're never cut off. I don't get that like where my head's half chopped off on the frame. I'm always kept within frame, so it makes the end user experience significantly better, and it makes it a lot better to administer these. I mean, when as Alex talked about earlier, where Automate VX is today is in some of the biggest boardrooms in the world, some of the biggest most important classrooms in the world, and so administering these. We're making it even easier now for our customer base. And so it really, by enabling AI inside of the Automate VX, it really takes what we've been delivering, our industry-leading multi-camera solution, actually elevates this to just a whole other level.
Yeah, absolutely. There's been no other questions about, BYOD friendly, just come on from EOS Technology. Someone else was asking about control. Is it a browser-based management, or is there an app for it? Is there like a web browser on it? You got to set it up, tune it, and customize it and stuff. Do you know?
So for Automate VX, we have Room Designer. So Room Designer is a great tool where you basically could just upload a floor plan, and we can basically make sure that we show where the cameras are, the microphones, and that makes.
Where does that live right now, Alex?
That's in a web browser. It's in a web browser. So on Crestron.com, I think it's /Room Designer, or you go to the product page and you can get a link to it. But working with your technical directors or working with sales support services, they could definitely help you design those rooms for Automate VX with our products. I think one of the awesome things also is that this update is for all existing systems in the market that we've sold in the past 2 years. So if you've deployed a system over the last 2 years, and you have the opportunity to take this update and put it on those systems and add the visual AI layer to their existing install. So like Sam said, it solves all those problems that we've seen. So it's extremely exciting. It's not like you need new products to make this happen, or the new cameras. Obviously, they will be with the new cameras and the new systems, but you can go back and update those systems as well.
Very, very cool. Gentlemen, thank you ever so much for joining us this morning, this afternoon, this evening, whatever time it is that people are watching that. We're going to see the three of us and the four cameras live at ISE in Barcelona in a week's time, less than a week's time. So excited about that. But thank you again so much for coming on the show and talking us through these four amazing new cameras that we're announcing. There you go. Look, sounds
Just
good.
one more time. I
he's
just
gonna
can't.
say. Okay. I'll go full screen and we'll bring it up. But
Love new products.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. What do you think? Live from Crest TV. Should we do this more regularly? Do you like live Crest TVs? I love getting live because we get chat and we get to talk to you. This is it. This is one of the 4 new cameras that I haven't even taken the file off the front of it. Come and see it at ISE. Thank you for all of your messages. Napoleon, Eric, Benjamin, Rit, EOS Technologies, Ken, Eric, Rolf, David. Who else have I got here? Dizal, Falzon. Falzon's been very helpful. I don't know who you are, but you're very helpful, Falzon. Thank you ever so much. Chris Fitzpatrick's in the house. Nav, Arjun, Craig Durr. I love him. I'm going to see him next week. Rob Watts, anytime you like, come and get them. I've got a box for you of toys. You can come and get those anytime you want. Joe Jacobs. I've done George yet. Arjun, Mac, I'm going over it again. I will be at ISE. Come find me. Again, take a selfie now. Put it on LinkedIn. Put it on social. Hashtag CrestTV Live. I will give you a free gift personally from myself. And please just share it out. Tell your friends that Crest TV is the place to be. We do this every week. Crest TV is a regular show we do. We publish every Thursday pre-recorded. But if you'd like to see them more live, then let me know and we will do that. Put your comments and questions in the chat. Email me directly if you've got anything technical you want to know. And whew, I think that's it. 4 cameras. See you at ISE 2022. Thank you ever so much for joining us. And we'll see you on the next one.